All right, guys. Just wanted to share something else with you. I think in the some of the earlier videos you may have seen that the grass was a little taller than it is now. It's very important for us to keep the grounds neat and clean. Believe it or not just for the aesthetics or the looks or the appearance, but because around chicken houses and in the country, some of this may make you a little squeamish, boys and girls, maybe even grown-ups. We have snakes and all kind of spiders and rodents, mice, rats, okay, pests, and we have to control that, especially around the chicken houses, because they would like to be in there, get in there. So this right here that you see, this black box, and some of what we have, let me see if there are any, some of what we have are kind of a white or a cream color. Anyway, there's some more. There's at least 10 or 12 around each house, and in those stations, bait stations, that's what we call them, is rat bait. And it is so that if there are rodents around, they can run through there and they nibble on the bait, and then we don't see them anymore. They go off and they get gone. And that's what we want, because we don't need any kind of pest in the chicken houses to destroy the birds or injure the birds or get after them. So that's part of our job, and those we go around usually on the golf cart or what have you with our bucket of bait and take care of loading those up and making sure that they have fresh bait in them to keep the rodents away. Naturally, if the grass were taller, that's a place for pests to hide. And if the weather, depending upon the weather, if it's cold, then they run more rampant trying to get into a warm place. So we have to just maintain the grounds and the area in order to keep all of that, keep them away. For us, this is what we call our front loadout area, where you see the gravel and the dirt. This is where the large trucks come in when they both deliver and catch. That's our home up that way, and the pecan orchard, and then in between the four houses we have another drive which leads to what we call the service road, and that is where the large trucks come in and out of. They exit and enter out of the back there and go around the back side of the farm. Well, actually, it's just the northeastern portion of the farm, and that way they're not in our personal drive. We are maintaining biosecurity area and setting boundaries for being able to monitor who exits and enters and exits, of course, and we can make sure that no one is coming in or out that they haven't followed the biosecurity procedures, such as disinfecting and protecting our interest in the farm and the chickens. I'm walking back here so that I can show you what we call the generator shed and the incinerator. The generator is a backup system. I'm not sure if I've talked about that, but in case the power were to go out, we would have to maintain taking care of the birds, the lights and heaters and all of the things that run by electricity. This is the generator, and we have an extra tank of fuel. And this is the power panel, and then over on the other side of it is the sensiphone what I was telling you, sends our alarms to us, come from the house and sends the alarms to us. And then this is the incinerator and the ash barrel. These propane tanks along the side of the houses provide the fuel for the heating system. And out of the back of the house, I don't know that I've ever walked to the back and the outside. Here are the boxes I was telling you about. We have some that are kind of a white green color. But all of them have rat bait in them and take care of our pest, and we have rodent control. We have to keep that fresh, and so we go into the box and we have to put fresh food in there once it's been either disintegrated or been eaten. This is one of the 36-inch fans in diameter fans that I was telling you about that we're running right now when it's time. And of course you see the windows all along the side. And these are the large fans I was telling you. They're on both sides of the houses in the back. There are 4 each of the 42-inch in diameter fans, if you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this one right here is a larger 52-inch. And it has more of the butterfly closure, which is nice because it's, we don't, it just, I like the way it operates is helpful as far as unnecessary, unwanted air in and out, sealing it off a little bit better than these original 48-inch we put in. So each house has 8 of the 48-inch and 2 of the 52, so for a total of 10 what we call large tunnel fans. And as the birds grow and the target temperature drops and their body temperature increases because of they're fully feathered, then we have to use some or all of those to maintain their comfort. At our farm, each Monday, our generator exercises automatically, meaning it cuts on and runs for about 30 minutes in order to make sure that it's operational in the event that we need it. You heard me mention yesterday, I believe, or one of the days recently in the video about Hurricane Michael coming through here and us having several thousand birds perish. The reason that happened in our case was partially due to power outages and equipment failure and things beyond our control, but it is one of the reasons that you have to maintain your equipment. You have to be sure you have fuel. You have to be sure you have spare fuel filters, and just make sure that even though you may need it only once in a blue moon, that it's ready that once in a blue moon. During the heat of the summer, we have an agreement with our power company that we get a reduced rate if we will go offline certain hours of the day in order for them to have more power available to other customers for running their air conditioners and other fans and things that you do whenever it's really hot. And so when the temperatures get above a certain degree, certain point, they will let us know that they're going to take us offline, or we have to go down and do operate some switches to take our power, our houses offline, and use the generator fuel instead. So just another interesting fact to know about the poultry business and how we run our operation. These school cells right here, I've talked to you earlier about those. Those will most likely be running this flock as the temperatures rise. They're kind of like the air conditioning for the birds, and we have to get those serviced. And this reminds me right here, this is real time, guys. Apparently one of these boxes, let's see, now you can see, that's actually helpful because you can see where the posts are. We have to go in here and put some bait on these. I will do that when I have some gloves. I will go back around and get my rat bait, and I will reassemble this box. Of course it says poison do not touch when there's poison in there. These have to be mounted to the houses so that they don't, they have to replace the entire box. Okay, as you can see, always something to check on, always something to manage in order to do our job well. All right, that's it, guys. I'll see you next time.